Okay, well, I went to high school. I picked Harran High School. It was in Manhattan because they had an aviation course, part of the 4 years, and it was the only high school in New York and Brooklyn. So I chose that, and it was a very good school, and I had a lot of fun there. Some of my friends had been in the CCCs, the Civilian Conservation, and they had a military mind, and they started talking about the fact that we're going to be in the war soon. They'd like to go flying, so we talked about going up to Canada, and talked about it for quite a while, and then three or four of them did leave and get up to Canada. I never heard anything after that, but I still thought about going, and I went over to Manhattan, the Royal Canadian Air Force recruiting station, picked up some papers, um, came home. Just about then, my father was in an automobile accident in Hoboken, and so I forgot all about going to Canada and decided to stay, finish the high school, knowing that one of these days we'd be getting the war. And we did. Uh, the British had started in the war in 1939, and we got in via Pearl Harbor, and we knew that we were going to go, all of us, all my friends and my brother and I. Um, some of the friends were drafted. My brother was drafted, and I signed up for the draft also. He went first, and I went down at Fort McClellan, Alabama, and was trained there, and then just continued the training because they kept me back at the base to train the next cycle. So it was cycle after cycle after cycle, 18 weeks training. And I decided that I'd get out of that because I'm training guys for war, and I didn't know a damn thing about war, really. I knew how to march and how to clean a gun, all those things. So I asked for transfer, and I got a transfer. Went up with a crowd of other guys up to Fort Myers, Virginia, and then up to Massachusetts, and went overseas into England. Stayed there a couple of days and went right into Normandy. And the fighting line was about 20 miles away from where we landed on Omaha Beach. There was still a lot of debris on the ground on the beaches from D-Day, and we could hear the shelling way in the distance. And went inland, a couple of little camps, tent camps, and then went to the 3rd Armored Division, joined with them as a sergeant, and a good friend of mine, Bob Nelson, he was put in F Company. I was put in E Company, and we went right into combat, and from then on it was day after day of fighting, and went across France into Mons, Belgium, and then into Germany. And in Germany, I was wounded for the first time.